Yeri-n-Here. Wow. Hi guys, lovely friends, families, and all around amazing human beings, and welcome to Yeri-n-Here. It's been like, what? A month? Wow. Yeah, it's been a month since we last, talked or had a conversation or basically just did anything, on here, and I have a reason for that. It's not like I just, disappeared and went ghost on y'all. No, I didn't. So, guys, I went back to school. Is that I basically went to school, and initially I was like, I'm probably going to be able to, handle everything, the filming, the recording, schoolwork, pre-class assignments. I'm going to be able to do everything. I've got this in the bag. Apparently, I don't got this in the bag because schoolwork alone does not really give me time. Like, there is time, but there isn't enough time. Like, there's time to, basically, there's enough time for you to read. You've got assignments, it's like, there's enough time for those, but there isn't, enough time to do everything I normally do. I don't have time to learn K-pop dances anymore, or choreos anymore. I don't have time to watch dramas within the time span I'd usually watch. I don't have time to record. I don't have time to, film. So basically, I'm super behind in everything, and at the same time, I'm just this whatever, So guys, I am so sorry that I haven't been able to post for such a long time. But while I'm at home, P.S. I'm at home now. So while I'm at home now, I'm going to try my best to posts. Not enough, because it's definitely not going to be enough. I've still got to read while I'm at home. 짜증나. Anyways, yeah, I've still got to read while I'm at home. So I'll try my best to post one more episode, because I'm apparently going back to school next week. Is it next week? Okay, not next week, but the week after next. Basically, next month. And next month is next week. I'm so sorry, I'm going on a tangent. Anyways, guys, welcome to Yeri-n-Here, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Episode 9. No, 8. No, 8 part 2. 8.2? Episode 8. The Blue Whisper. A Tale of Two Tales. Part 2. Okay, a quick rundown. We've got One Hand Valley. We've got Evil Princess / Fairy / Witch. We've got Yun-He. We've got Evil Dude that tried to kill Yun-He since she was a kid, who is supposed to be her adopted father, who is the father to the dude that she grew up with, who is in love with her. We've got Cheng-Yi, who is also the mermaid prince / king eventually, but for now, he's the mermaid prince. We've got Cheng-Yi. I said his name already. We've got pearls. Lots and lots and lots of pearls. Now, part 2. And remember, guys, I said at the end of part 1 that Cheng-Yi and Yun-He basically, or Yun-He and Cheng-Yi basically kind of sort of ran away together. Well, they didn't really run away together, because, the plan was for... Yun-He's plan initially was that she was going to basically take, Cheng-Yi out and basically lock him up and imprison him. But that her friend, her childhood friend, what's his name again? What's his name again? How can we... Hao Qing? Lin Qing? Hao Qing? 我不知道. I think Hao Qing, yeah, that her childhood friend Hao Qing is sir, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna release him without telling Yun-He. So he basically releases Cheng-Yi because he's like, the only way that Yun-He can be, happy and living, and like basically she's gonna be alive if I'm, if I basically break her trust. That's what he did. So he set Cheng-Yi free, and then Cheng-Yi basically comes and he's like, no, I won't leave you. I only accepted to be like her personal slave. That's the fairy princess's personal slave because of you. And Yun-He is like, you idiot. You fool. I was only being nice to you because I liked you, and now you're useless to me, so get lost. And then he's like, I don't believe you. And she's like, well, believe whatever you want to believe. And then by this time, they're at the top of a mountain, and she stabs him in the heart, chest, and pushes him from the top of the mountain. But then again, here's the thing. Yun-He is smarty smart. Like, 진짜 똑똑한다고. She's very smart. So what she does is, apparently she kind of knew that there was water at the bottom of the cliff. And, like, he's the main character. Main characters don't just die like that in C-dramas without being incarnated or without the drama being completely surrounded around them. So basically what happens is he fell down the cliff, and the water definitely did help him not die. He's a mermaid. He's the big-tailed fish, so yeah, he's not dying that easy. You'd honestly think. Anyways, so here's what happened. He didn't die, and he's saved by this dude that I can't remember his name. It's been like almost a month. I watched it last year. I'm so sorry, guys. So basically, he's saved by the dude that's apparently a deflector. He quit being part of the immortal teachers sect. So he's seen as a traitor. So basically, he found out that the immortal master was like using frost poison to control and kill everybody. So he was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I quit. And now he's like a traitor. But the thing is that nobody knows why he quit. Except for the immortal master, obviously. But yeah. So it's like, Yun-He basically, I went on a tangent. I'm so sorry, guys. Yun-He basically pushes Cheng-Yi. And Cheng-Yi is like, no. She betrayed me. And I might be mean by saying this, and I might just not understand love in general, but he's got a flair of the dramatic, and he's like, I hate her. I'm going to kill her. I'm going to destroy her. Like, how dare she? Nobody can kill her other than me. Basically, that's like how he starts to think. And he's extremely possessive by this point. He's like, I'm the only one that can kill her. And then he goes from basically one point to the other, telling every single person in the 9 realms, or 3 realms in this case, that he hates Yun-He and he's going to kill her. Possessive? Yes. Crazy? Slightly. Suffering from very, very, very serious case of heartbreak disease? Yup. So basically, around the final episodes of part 1, Yun-He was really going through a lot of things because she was captured and she refused to disclose Cheng-Yi's location. Not like she even knew. She was like, if I ever knew where he was, I wouldn't let you know. And also she aided his escape, so... Well, she didn't aid his escape. More like she forced him to escape by breaking his heart. Literally. But she basically goes, I'm not going to tell you guys where he is, and I have no idea where he is, And everyone is like, not everyone, but the princess and the teacher is like, you're done for. We hate you. remembering the princess being ruling, we hate you. We're gonna kill you. But then the teacher is like, I can't kill her because she's got like very, 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 very a strange body because she's supposed to be dead. She has the ice poisoning. Why isn't she dead? And then like because she died actually on that mountain during the fight. There was a huge fight when they were, like trying to go down the cliff and get Cheng-Yi. There was this huge fight and she died. And then she came back. You'd think that was it. I think I actually kind of teared up a bit there. Yeah, basically she died and then she came back. And this is Dilly Rabaje, just with her and like always being a nine-tailed fox or a fox in general. And I'm just like, on new way, good. Sorry, like I'm like, why? Like, why is she always like in every, not every, like because she's acted a bunch of traditional, she's acted a bunch of Xianxia and yeah, and what's the other one? Forgotten Xinjiang one. Oh, 我不知道. Basically, she's acted a lot of like costume dramas and, the other ones, and mortal dramas too. Modern dramas too. So she acted like quite a lot of them, and it's like she's not always a fox. I've legitimately only like seen her as a fox like technically 3 times. But like she's always a fox as far as I'm concerned. She's usually like most of the other dramas, she's like a fighter. She's a fighter. Now that I think, whoa. Okay, I'm sorry guys. So basically she's now dead as a martial master, right? Kind of. Not really. Like she did come back to life, but things that her her like initially she's actually supposed to be a nine-tailed fox. 그치? 아닌데. 아니야. So basically she also becomes a nine-tailed fox. But like she's not like fully dead as a spirit master yet, so it's like this. Only when she's like in seriously grave danger or when she's, about to die, that her powers as, a nine-tailed fox comes into fruition. So it's like, wow, Yun-He didn't die. She didn't die, even though she was supposed to die. That's what, like, the master is like. She was supposed to die. So this dude that I killed, like, that was the master, the, now dead master of One Hand Valley, Flower Valley, is like, he played a trick, a very good trick, a sneaky trick, very underhanded trick, but it was a good trick. So basically she is a living, breathing medicine for my disease. Not like his disease, basically the poison she's the antidote to the poison he keeps on spreading. That's the word. Well, that was kind of cool. But literally she's basically the antidote to the poison he keeps spreading. And it's like, he's upset and he's like, but you're not going to die. I'm not going to let you die, but I'm going to let my students, aka ruling, keep, making your life a living hell. Yeah, and on the other hand, Cheng-Yi is being a baby brat, and he's just like, lets me gather everyone around. He's not being a brat. I feel like Cheng-Yi at this point already, he should have known. Funny thing, he actually later found out that he did know, but he was just being a brat, literally. So basically, it's like, he should have known that there is no way from being with her that long, but heartbreak does things to people, apparently, and love, too. So basically, it's like, he should have known that she was not going to, break his heart that badly. I rest my case. I was going to say intentionally, but yeah, it was basically intentional because she knew the only way he'd leave her is if she, if she like broke his heart. Oh. So basically eventually after everything, Cheng-Yi comes and rescues Yun-He and then proceeds to imprisoning her. Yeah, talk about possessive. Now, Yunhe is like, dude, I don't have that much time to live. Kill me. Like, don't you, like, hate me? Why aren't you killing me? Like, you're supposed to kill me. But Changyi has other plans, and he's like, you can only be in my hands. You can never have freedom, and you can, never die. At least I'm not killing you, so... His plan is to basically restrict her freedom when he knows that the only thing she ever wanted in her entire life is freedom. So yeah. Evil. Okay, so we're at the point where Changyi goes ahead and kidnaps Yunhe, or Yunhe just gets herself kidnapped by her boyfriend. Sorry, ex-boyfriend. Sorry, ex-lover. What was their relationship status actually? Because technically, they were never even dating to begin with. Like, it was a fake relationship. And yes, Changyi did fall in love with her, but it was a fake relationship. So basically, it was like she kidnapped her or imprisoned her, and Yunhe is just like, he's not going to let me be free. But then by this time, this girl is long gone, and he's going to be, and Changyi's going to be saying silly, stupid, well, things that they're not stupid, because he personally probably thought he was like super smart at that moment, saying things like, I'll never let you die. I'll keep stuffing you with medication and drugs till you become absolutely healthy. And like the dude that's with Changyi has been telling Changyi that there's no way I can save her. She's a goner. And like Yunhe is like, you think you're torturing me, but how could it be torture when I get to see your face every day? You eating with me is a blessing on its own. And I'm just like, 什么说? What the heck? And then Yunhe, obviously she's Yunhe, and yes, she is enjoying what she's enjoying, but keep in mind she's extremely weak, in pain, and still wants her freedom. So she tries to kill herself. Yeah. But by this time, here's the thing. The thing is that she tried to escape the first time, and Changyi was upset. So the thing is that she knew she couldn't escape, but she just wanted to go out and feel the air and the snow, and she was so happy. And Changyi was so happy to see her happy, but he's petty. And he kind of sort of, during the entire time that he was going around telling every single person in the world that he hates Yunhe and he wants to kill Yunhe, and like nobody can kill her other than him. Well, he kind of sort of put a target on her back. I know. So basically, like, people hate her because they're like, she's evil, she did that, but they don't know the reason she did it. And everybody that's like close to them know the reason she did it. But meh. Anyways, so here's what happened. She's like running in the middle of the snow, just happy, without any proper protection whatsoever. But she's running in the middle of the snow. I can't remember if she had shoes on, but she is so happy and just free, you know? And then my dude, Changyi, is like watching her from the distance, and then he walks towards her, and by this time she's on the floor. She's laid on the floor, facing up, and she's like, Changyi, or like Prince, or General, or whatever she called him, Big Tail Fish. I can't remember what she called him at that point, but I think it was like a formal setting. I think it was a very respectful conversation. And she's like, Changyi, you're here. Awesome. Why won't you? Basically, the whole conversation all over again. And he's like, you're never getting out. And then he bites her ear and leaves a mark on her. Yeah, apparently, you know how werewolves mark their mates and with a bite. Apparently mermaids can do that too. Awesome. So basically he marked her, or like whatever they call it. He bit her on her ear, and now there's a mark there, and he also has a mark on his ear. So basically he can feel her pain, or just basically tell when her life is in danger, and she didn't know that. So baby girl tries to end herself. She tries to unalive herself, and she basically, with carbon monoxide poison, I think that's right, death from lack of air, basically death from charcoal. So she tells the maid, I'm cold, I'm freezing, and everybody already knows she's sick. So she's like, I'm freezing, can you get more charcoal, and can we get like more burners or stuff like that? And they get more charcoal, and they basically the maid gets more charcoal for her, and basically, lights it up, light him up, light him up, okay, basically lights up the charcoal, and like, air lets lets everywhere in the room be, hot with the burner and everything. And then once our, the maid leaves the room, because that maid, I think, was the only person that was genuinely nice to you. 아는 것 같은데. 아니야. 아니? Yeah, I think she was the only person that was nice to her in that place. So basically, she got the charcoal, and all that was left for her to do was lock herself up inside the room, which she did. So she locked the windows, locked the doors, and everywhere was already, filled with smoke, and then she lays down on her back, ready to kiss the afterlife hello and kiss the real world goodbye. So, Cheng-Yi now feels, because by this time he's supposed to be getting coronated as leader of the Northern Realm, which he's not even supposed to be, but because of his big mouth, not his big mouth, basically, during the process of him trying to find, allies, he saved a woman. The woman fell in love with him. The woman lied to her father because she was trying to save his life. She basically lies to her dad that, Dad, actually we're in love, but we're keeping it a secret from everybody because, warring times and stuff. And the dad's like, okay, fine, save him since he's my son-in-law to be. Fun time. So basically that's what happens. Okay, so basically she's like, Dad, I love him, he loves me, we're kind of in a secret relationship. And then when her dad goes into a kind of semi-eternal coma, she decides to, give him her kingdom because he doesn't want her. And she's like, if he has to take care of my kingdom, maybe he'll stay here for all of eternity. Talk about underhanded. Anyways, so back to, the present when Yun-He tried to herself. So, Cheng-Yi basically realizes when his ear starts burning, he runs away from the coronation, and he is like, she's trying to kill herself. Well, he doesn't say that. Basically, he just walks out on the coronation, and then, it's kind of a disrespect to the entire, kingdom, all the Northerners there. But he cares about his woman more, so what's disrespect? So basically, he's able to save her, but then he decides, after the entire suicide attempt, by Yun-He, he decides to move in with her. Then again, the dude was really hurt by that attempt, you see. So, he decided to move in with her. So, our girl, wow, I've said our girl a lot. But she is our girl there. So our girl barely has a month to live because, she's been through a lot, and, her whole life has been hell. So basically, she barely has a month to live. And what does she do? Well, it's not like she can live, and it's not like she's, going to have her final days as freedom, free, because he's refusing to let her be free for her final days. So she decides to, give up her life for the people. Yeah. So, because, she's the antidote to the cold frost poison, she decides to become a martyr. Yeah. And that was very annoying and very heartbreaking, but I think it's a little, like, one of my friends, Karen, was like, Karan, not Karen. Karan was like, so, he's noticed something with Chinese xianxia dramas and wuxia dramas. Wuxia! That's the name. Wuxia. I was trying to remember it like an hour ago or 30 minutes ago. So basically, he was like, he realizes that Chinese wuxia and xianxia dramas almost always have to do with one of the leads sacrificing themselves for the better good, and then the other lead having to kill the other. I was just like, I know, but like, it's like normal in dramas, but I'm like, with C-dramas, I'm like here for it. It's like in almost every single C-drama that we get, but I'm here for it. And P.S. I want more C-dramas with concubines, and I still haven't finished New Life Begins, by the way, but I want more C-dramas with concubines, and like something like The Sword and the Brocade, which we will talk about when I'm done with it. So basically, she ends up, Yun-He. Sorry about the minor tangents again. So basically, Yun-He becomes a martyr, and she basically kills herself. Okay, she martial arts her life source and gives it to everybody else. And nobody wanted that. Like, nobody wanted her to die. Well, people did want her to die, but like, come on. I didn't want that. Other people that I know that like the drama, which I actually don't know, didn't want that. So, like, Chen Yi, in this case, actually didn't want that. So, she died. Well, technically, half of her died. Like, she was reborn again. Like, not again, she was reborn. Reborn. Sorry. So basically, she was reborn, and like, she lost her memories. Yeah, so she's back with no idea who she is. But then, like, that time that when she died, like, Cheng-Yi basically, the moment she, gave her life to everybody, Cheng-Yi, carries her dead body and refuses to let her die. He puts her in an eternal ice, something that's like to keep her body from dying. So by the time, like, she finally dies and her body, and by then she actually confesses that moment she dying, and she's like, I always cared about you, and I never broke your heart. I never betrayed you. Death. That's what happened. And he's not like, I know you didn't betray me. I was just being a petty baby. Not his words, but he was like, I know you'd never betray me. Please come back. Don't die. Yeah. So basically, he, what'd you call it? He carried her dead body and finally was ready. When he was ready, like after a week or so, I don't know, maybe a week. When he was finally ready to, let her body. You know how in, I don't know, those of you that watch immortal dramas or dramas that have to do with, xianxia dramas, basically. Ooh, cool. That basically watch xianxia dramas. What usually happens when the immortals die is their bodies turn into air. Yeah, I think that's the easiest way to explain it. But her body turned into red air / cherry blossoms. So basically, her essence, the remnants of her essence, went into became a fox, actually. The remnants of her essence became a fox. And thus she begins her life as a 9-tailed fox. So she's back to life. But Hao Qing basically raises her this time as her master. But she's lost her memories. Like that time that, Chun Yi, what's that word? She lost her memories because you're not supposed to have your memories when you reincarnate. I think it's a rule. But then Chun Yi cried. Excuse me. Chun Yi was like in tears the time she died, so he cried like a very painful, heartbreaking tear. And normally his tears like turn into pearls. He's still a mermaid. He's lost almost every single thing. He's lost his tail. He's lost his soul essence. He's lost his what else? Apparently, like, he has so many pearls that be breaking on daily basis. So the only thing that proves he is a mermaid are his tears. Wow. So yeah, that's all he's got. So one of like the tears he cried out were like red, and that's not normal. So it was like a heartbreak pearl, I presume. And like it's held the memories of everything they've been through together. So yeah, I guess that's like the idea around that. But here's the thing. Yeri-n-Here, whose name has been changed to, is it Qing Buho? She had got a new name, but I can't remember, so we'll just call her Yeri-n-Here. So Yeri-n-Here basically is like, okay. And then she starts, growing at a very, 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 very alarming rate. Like, she was actually reborn as a fox. Then Hao Qing basically magics her up into a human. And then she's like, yay! But she doesn't remember anything. So Hao Qing is like, you are my student. I shall take care of you and raise you. I, will care for you, basically. And then Hao Qing proceeds to actually doing what he said he'd do, taking care of her. But he's like, you can't go out of this place. You can't leave the, the place I'm putting, like, I forgot, is it Flower Valley? I don't think it's Flower Valley, because there's a different place that he decided to raise her, and he's like, I think it's Flower Valley, though, like, you can't leave here. And then Yeri-n-Here is like, please. Then he's like, fine. You can leave only if you, are able to master the spell of transformation, which eventually she masters. And she's like a boy. Basically, she transforms herself into a boy and is allowed to leave. And then her master was like, fine, you can leave, but these are the 3 things you must never do. Number 1, you must never go to the Immortal Master Cavern or whatever. Anyway, if you see anyone from that clan, the Immortal Clan, stay away. If you see anyone from the Northern Clan, stay away. And don't let anyone find out your real face. Basically, don't let anyone see your real, how you really are. And she was like, okay, sure. 对，师傅。对。Cheerful. And she's like, yes, cheerful, whatever you say. Deal. And then he allows her to go. I can assure you, in not less than like 5 hours that she had left the Flower Valley, she comes in contact with someone from the Immortal Realm, saves someone that was like about to be imprisoned into the Northern Realm. Yeah, the person that was about to be imprisoned into the Northern Realm was from the Immortal Realm, so she saved that person, and then gets into trouble with the people from the Northern Realm, and then gets kidnapped again into the Northern Realm. So yeah, and then Chun Yi basically imprisons her, not even knowing it's her. Oh yeah, did I mention? I don't think I mentioned that, but like, since she was a kid, so like a week ago, oh my god, she like used to have dreams. Yeah, she used to have dreams of like this big-tailed fish that she doesn't know and she's never met, or she never saw his face. all she knows is, like, the dude is a big-tailed fish. And, like, she's in the dream. So basically, they're her memories. Now, Cheng-Yi is like, she must be a spy or something like that. Basically, he's paranoid, and now he's like super different. He's like mean and strict and, you know, cold because he lost the love of his life. Kind of his fault. No, okay, actually, it's not his fault. Actually, no, it's not. If he had let her run away, she'd probably be dead earlier. So it's kind of not his fault. But, you know, I'm going to blame him. So he lost the love of his life, and he's just taking it out on everybody he sees. Kind of. So, long story cut short, he finds out that she's Yun-He, but she's like, no, I'm not. I don't know who you are. What the heck? And, like, what's wrong with you? You know? And basically, everybody's like, it's her, but why doesn't she? Maybe it just looks like her. And she's like, who are you talking about? Like, what the heck? I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, what's going on? You know? Basically, she doesn't have memories of anything going on, so she just thinks everybody's crazy. Kind of, but she's like, I want to know who I really am. And then something happens, and then war again. Like, there's so many instances of war in this drama that I'm just like, y'all really be going to war every single time. And it's because of that princess. So, the princess comes back for more blood, and she's like, how dare you, blah, 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 why are you still alive? And then, because they're about to make the entire, northern realm melts. Yeah, they were about to like make a volcano erupt, and Yun-He by this time already has some amount of attachment to Cheng-Yi, and she's like, I can't just let him die, and she runs to save his life. Yes, but good part is a positive is when she went to save his life, she got her memory back. But then she dies again. Moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen, mind your business. If it's not your business, you don't have to mind it. Okay? Because if you don't mind your business, you could die. Literally. So mind your own business, not other people's business. But apparently she made it her business and died again. Well, not exactly, like she didn't die. But she was like, what's the word? Encapsulated? Yeah, encapsulated inside this thing. She's encapsulated, basically. So, wait, I think I'm mixing it up at this point. Okay, no, she's encapsulated when she gets her memories back. Or, no, I'm in there. There, she died. Yeah, she died. Yeah, she died. She actually did die. But the thing is, there's so many things that happened. Because I know there was a part that Cheng-Yi also died and came back. And the, the heavenly ruler saved his life. Oh yeah, okay, so here's what happened. I'm losing my memory, man. So, Cheng-Yi died, the heavenly ruler saved his life. The princess came back in anger for revenge. She wasn't dead yet. She came back in anger for revenge. Yun-He got her memory back. So, by this time, she's like, Princey Prince, I'm, like, sorry, I remember who you are. You are the love of my life. And, I'm going to help you. And then she helps him, and then she is about to die, and then little princess comes into the volcano too, and then they basically just imprison both of them in the volcano together. So we could just assume they died. I remember so distinctively. There was a moment that Chun-Yi died. But yeah, he came back. He was alive. When he comes back, Yun-He dies. And then we have a time skip. Wow. Okay, so long story cut short, Yun-He dies, comes back. Chun-Yi dies, comes back. Then Yun-He dies again, and then we have a time skip. And this time skip is 300 years. I think that's the longest time skip we had in this entire drama. But basically, 300 years. We didn't, go like 10,000 years. Like some people, 80,000 years. Like some people. 300 years is still a lot, but So basically, we get 300 years, and she's back after 300 years. We don't know whether she came back, between those 300 years. All we know is that on the 300th year, she's back. So basically, she's different. How? Well, she's not a spiritual master anymore, but, is she a fox? No, she's not. Guess what she is, or who she is? She's a mermaid! Yes! I have no idea how that happened, or the logic behind that, because they were like, she's definitely going to return, but how, though? I don't remember her being given any pearls, and I don't remember, the heavenly monarch / king of heaven / heavenly immortal, giving her any, thing that's gonna make her turn into a mermaid. So basically, yeah. Chun-Yi got his tail back, by the way. How? We don't know. I guess it's the perks of being a mermaid prince. And Yun-He also has a tail. How? We don't know. And how's that for a happy tail? I'm funny. Okay, so honestly, while watching this, I had so many questions, but I just decided to go with the flow. First of all, how did their tails come back? How did Yun-He get a tail? Is it a freak of nature type thing? And how? I know how she became a fox. I know, she was, a spirit master from the beginning. The math as to how she kept on dying and coming back, we understood that. However, how did she become a mermaid? Last time I checked, I don't think foxes and fairies, I think as a spiritual master, she was in, One Hen Valley, so I think you could say she was a fairy. But, how though? Anyways, we don't know how she got her tail. But the moment I saw both of them, swimming into the sunset or the sunrise or the emptiness that is cloud, I felt so honestly sad and empty. That was so weird. I felt so honestly sad and empty, and I kind of teared up a bit. It was just a bit it was oh no, I'm actually done with this type of tear. It wasn't, a sad, it was a happy ending. It was a very happy ending. They're both alive, they're both fishes, they can go to the northern sea together and stay there, forever and ever and ever. But yeah, so it was a happy ending, but I did tear up a bit. I cried actually. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it let's say a 9.87. Yeah. I know, but yes, I liked it that much. Anyways, this has been a riot. It took me, give or take, 2 months to finish this entire drama. I low-key was tempted to, like, bring about a part 3, but we're not going to do that. Wow, so that's it! For this episode, we are finally done with the Blue Whisper. And this was definitely the longest episode I have done. But I think if I, like, think about it or not think about it, I think it was worth it. Like, it was low-key me being tempted to, like, you know, make a part 3 because there was a lot of talking and I was just like, what the heck? But yes, it was divided into 2 parts, and low-key, psyche, hikey, bikey, mikey, this episode is most likely an hour plus long. I'm so sorry about that, guys. And there's a lot of things that I couldn't put in this podcast. There's so many things I missed. But thank you so much, guys, for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. And don't forget to actually, you know, please give the Blue Whisper a watch or a try, or, like, just try watching it up to, like, episode 20-something. Just watch part 1. Just watch it, please. And thank you, and I hope you have a lovely day, year. It's February, like, the year's still at the beginning, so we have a lovely day, a lovely year, a lovely night, a lovely morning, a lovely afternoon. I hope your life is blessed with joy and happiness. And thank you so much for spending some time with me in here.